a Vorthos and Melvin player, there are two things you have to do. Number one, stop calling yourself a Melvin, which is a 1960s slang for the word nerd. And more disturbingly is a type of wedgie variant where the victim's underwear is pulled up from the front to cause injury or at least severe pain to the victim's genitals.
Ouch!
You can look it up if you don't believe me. And the second thing all Vorthos and wedgies must do is pay attention to the MTG stories. Across the board, they are on the uptick. The free online stories are getting better with each set, but what about the paywall items such as Boom Comics' Magic the Gathering comics series? Written by Jed MacKay, who I interviewed last year, and illustrated by Iguara, the series is a reboot that aims to correct the failures of previous comic book entries. See Chandra's comic book series. And previous canon mistakes. See Chandra's decidedly male heterosexual attraction. Much like Marvel, the story takes its own path and has its own timeline and doesn't align with the lore on the card art or the Netflix series that we have to believe is eventually going to happen. Instead, we get a new focus on Planeswalkers Vraska, Ral Zarek, and Jace Beleren as they square off against a very old, very big bad from MTG history that is threatening any plane that comes in contact with it. However, as enticing as the plotline sounds, the real question is this series worth spending money on? Take a guess. I can wait. Actually, you know what I'll do? I'm going to go run to get myself some stuff at ye old CVS pharmacy. I'll be right back. Holy crap. That took longer than expected. Buggy-to-buggy traffic from an accident caused by a vampire who was easily 9,000 years old. I mean, he had no business manning a buggy. I think after you hit 5,000 years old, you have to take the visual part of your license exam annually. Do you know anyone in their fifth millennia with cat-like reflexes? No, you don't. Okay, rant done. Is the camera on?
We are live with a studio audience.
I didn't forget. I wasn't supposed to be gone that long, folks. I just thought cameraman would have turned it off to spare us the costs. And speaking of costs, the Boom series. Is it worth the price of admission? Hell to the yes, it is. And let me tell you why. The first season, 1 through 10, is the equivalent of comic book crack. I actually subscribed to the series through Comixology by number 2 because I knew I needed to know what was going to happen, and I found myself flat out excited when a new issue dropped every month. There's action, intrigue, cults, and correcting another mistake from the Forsaken fiasco, a continuation of the romantic relationship of Jace and Vraska. Sadly, we don't see any of their sex life. And don't act like you're not curious. But we do get to see Ral and Tommy spooning, which is not only sexy, but solidifies that Wizards of the Coast is indeed not backing down to the foreign markets, who view sexuality as anything other than criminal. And I won't name names. China and Russia. Of course, while I welcome the political shift, it's ultimately the cherry on top as the story and the plot itself is riveting that it doesn't matter who's bumping uglies. I would seriously love to go into details further, but I hate spoilers. They're like farting as you get off an elevator. It is so rude, it's borderline antisocial. Spoilers, like farts, should only happen with people you're close to. So I'm not going to give away any major twists, but I will say this. There are some big ones that take place on, of all places, Amonkhet, which is not doing so well after that whole hour of devastation thingy. Aww. The series also stops and visits with other planeswalkers in the Hall of Fame, such as Teferi and Jaya Ballard, and the ending is a unified front from the Gatewatch that is as shocking as it is satisfying, and avoids cliffhangers that feel manipulative or tacked on. These are cliffs you want to hang from. MacKay's talent at synthesizing the action and dialogue is razor sharp, and Iguana's artwork is equally striking as it is functional, and honors the characters and the world we have grown to love. The fact Guana is a fan is no surprise. So, in conclusion, buy the frickin' comics. They are excellent. If you're a collector, you're going to love the variant covers available from a myriad of talented artists, or nab the entire collection for $18.99. And if you're looking to keep it budget friendly, the digital copies can be bought at around $2.99 to $4.99, depending on the release date. Honestly, I couldn't recommend it more. Boom and Wizards have finally gotten their footing and have steered the property into safer, yet infinitely more thrilling waters. Thank you all again. In fact, there is another series called The Hidden Planeswalker coming out in April. And who will it be? Let me just check my chain veil, which I have on handy in case I need to raise some dead. Get it? Perhaps I might need to do some heretical healing, as I am the last hope. I'm Liliana, people. Bye-bye.